Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from Recab's Wedge near Brow.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakamisama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
James.
Yeah, James, I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana Seshazar, an elven wild mage.
Hey there, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul, Moonglade, a special perseverer van Illisteer, the best elven soldier and god out there, and occasionally a thief. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles. He's also from Realm Space. His current title is the Meddling Morphemic Monosyllabic. No. Monosyllabic. Nope, that's not whatever.
Monosyllabic.
Yeah. Vishinuga. Oh god, that's so bad. Oh well, people enjoy me messing them up.
Meddling morphemic monosyllabic meshugerer.
I thought I would get stuck on the Yiddish word.
One of the fun things about being in the U.S. is that there's a lot of Yiddish words that just have entered the lexicon. Meshuggah is definitely one of them. All right, we left off last time. The party has finally identified the cell that they do believe holds the prisoner that they're looking for. And Leva has dashed off, hasted, to meet with Finn, since the ascending failed.
2 years and 1 day.
So she dashed off into the wrong direction and is now dashing back.
Yes.
She has a lot of dashing to do, that's okay.
All right.
It's
Did
good
you
to think
notice
that
it when there's this when there's this thing sort of, you know, like old post office where they sent the mail with one of those pipe thingies?
Oh, the
I forget
pneumatic,
the name.
the pneumatic tubes. Yeah.
Yes. You know, they always made noise. You heard where
Yep.
the tube.
Don't they go thum?
Basically.
Yeah, when it lands, yes. But when you actually see them, it goes sort of thing.
Oh, and I did forget to mention that players have rerolls available to them, and viewers can give rerolls to the players with 500 bits, or myself, of course. The current rerolls are Braxon has 1, Finn has 2, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 1, Leva has 3, Solas has 1, I, the Dungeon Master, have 10. So, we left off... So, Leva, you are currently... at the vent that you can see into the large training room, and the vent from the south is where you came from, and currently it has turned to the northwest. So you have the choice of either leaving into the training room or continuing along the vent.
Well, she has this internal dialogue where she says, "Calm down, Leva, calm down. It's not that bad. You just need to remember." So she goes northwest.
Okay. So you come to an intersection. You can go west or north, and north is going up to above the storage room, which is where you guys like congregated first to cast a bunch of spells when you first came down.
Has she seen any stairs going down so far?
Well, you're in the vents, so no, you have not.
Okay, so she's going north.
But you do know that there are stairs down from the storage room.
From the storage room, yes.
Yeah.
So she goes north.
And that is another reroll for Braxon from the Dracophile.
Oh, wow. Thanks very much.
All right. So you get to the end of the vent at a grate leading into the large storage room. You can either go to the curved passageway or the stairs. Do you want me to take you over to that map?
Yes, please.
Okay. Give me just a second.
She's trying to remember where. Did Finn tell us at all where he went to? Finn, did you tell us at all where you went to?
Yeah, I would have said I'd be waiting by the cells in the air passage that goes around them.
And you would
Okay.
have originally described your adventures here when you first infiltrated.
Yes.
Are you invisible?
No, I was not, I don't think.
So you are a
You
creature
sure?
currently?
Yes, I am a gecko.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
spot the gecko.
So 2 geckos. No. Come on.
I'm here to either free a prisoner or sell car insurance.
Why not both?
Maybe.
All right. So
That's the pro move.
Leva, you have come to the end of the vent. Beneath you are some crates in the storage room, and you do know that there are stairs down. You know from Finn's description that the vent that he is waiting in is on the same level as the cells, which are below you.
Mm-hmm. So she will go down. She will leave the vents wherever she can. And polymorph is still up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she changes herself into a gecko as well, but she goes down the stairs.
Okay, so that's just down right here. Ignore Finn's token there. He's not actually there.
Ah, look, that's Finn. Okay.
Okay. Let me go ahead and move you back to the appropriate place.
So, should she knows that Finn is a gecko, right? Yes.
Yeah, you would have seen him change form into that.
Mm-hmm.
He did come with us for part way.
Yes. But that doesn't mean that he hasn't changed, you see. So she will assume that he's still a gecko.
Hold on a second. You should be moving back to the map now.
What would she do? She's herself a gecko now. She's invisible still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's down there. She will go down the stairs
Okay.
even further.
You are back on the lower level map,
Yeah,
right?
I see it now.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
All right, so you come down the stairs. You can see a guard patrolling in the hallway. He is moving away from you, however.
Leva will stick to the ceiling.
Okay.
Just to make it clear. Because even if they can't see her, they might hear her.
Mm-hmm.
So she will.
You know that the cells are still to the north of you.
Still to the north. Let me just have a quick look here. This is all the right level, correct?
Yeah, you're on the level with the cells.
I'm just looking around. You can't see, but I'm sort of panning.
Yep. While you're looking, real fast, Lafdul and Solas, what would you have been doing? Because Leva dashed off, hasted, away from you guys.
I think
Aim
last
together.
time.
Yeah, you two are together.
I think last time I said it that we would be heading to the storage room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'd probably
Go
be
down
in
the stairs.
the vents at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Leva will go west.
All right.
Past the vent here.
Yeah, you'd realize that the vent is in the ceiling. There's no actual grate out of it into the hallway, but you do know that it is above you. And you know from Finn's description that the door at the end of the hallway leads into a what would you have described that as? Wizard's laboratory, Finn?
I don't think I actually went through that way myself.
Oh, I thought you peeked in. I
We
thought someone
went
did.
there.
You
Yes,
guys did.
we went
Yeah.
there.
Okay, you guys did. That's right. So yeah, you know that that's the what appeared to be a wizard's laboratory of some sort. And the northern door leads to the cells.
Yes, Leva will go through the north. Oh, is the northern door? Is there a hole or anything where Leva could squeeze in
You can
underneath?
squeeze underneath the door, yes. You're gonna do that?
Okay, so yes.
Okay. Oops. There you are.
And then she'd go back up onto the ceiling.
Okay. You do not see anyone inside there. There's some light coming through a grate in this door, and you can hear some movement in there.
She will slowly, carefully move over there. Have a look. No, it's a grate, you say?
In the door. There's a door, but it's not just like a solid door. It has a grate, and as you're coming up, you can see that there is a guard sitting just inside the door.
Mm-hmm.
But the cells you're looking for are still to the north.
She will go to the north because she's looking for Finn.
Okay.
The guards, that's one thing. But at the moment, she is going to the north.
All right.
She wants to find Finn.
Okay.
But
so you
she
slip
does
under the
take
door.
notes that there's a guard there.
Mhm.
So that's... Can she get under the door or above the door?
Yes, you can slip under the door.
Okay. She will do that.
Okay. So you crawl under the door, and you see just to your right there's a guard kind of dozing on a bench right here. He's got weapons sitting on the bench to the side of him, but he's just kind of dozing, his eyes closed, his chest is moving slowly and rhythmically. You're not sure how deep he's sleeping, but you are also a very small gecko.
Leva
And
will leave him
invisible.
alone. We'll just move ahead.
Okay.
Go through the door, through the next door.
All right.
Try and go through the next door.
So
She doesn't see Finn, does she?
Not yet.
Ah, now she sees something.
You probably wouldn't see Finn yet. So you squeeze into a small room. There is a single cell on the other side of a steel barred door. And there are two small vents in the wall, about 4 feet up.
So the actual picture I'm seeing about half of Finn's head here.
Right. Like, you'd know that he would be in the vents somewhere. So for the moment, just ignore that his token is there.
Okay, but she will, if he's in the vent somewhere, the vent she's seen were always to her right. Or the vents on this picture, that they were always to the right.
There's vents to the left and right.
Okay.
There, now she can't see my token.
Shh. He disappeared. You can't do that. So she's moving here to the door.
All right, so you crawl up the wall. The vents here are only about 6 inches by 6 inches, and they curve along. As you get to the edge of that vent and look in, you can see that the vent is curving away from you, and there are a series of grates set into the northern wall of them at even intervals. And you can see a small lizard just sitting idly in the vent.
Okay.
Keep in
She
in
get
mind
into
that
the vent?
yeah, you can very easily get in, but keep in mind that you are currently a gecko. You have no and invisible, and you have no vocal capability or verbal
Oh.
capability.
She was also
Yes.
flying, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but she's been saying that she's been walking.
No, at the moment she's been walking. She's it's no good to fly underneath the doors. It's not quite the same, especially if you're a little gecko.
And if you're a
So
little
what she
gecko, there's a you're less likely to like bump into someone going around a corner if you're on the ceiling versus just flying 5 feet up in the air or something.
I
Let me
mean,
see.
just fly near the ceiling.
Let's see if that works. So Leva will do the following. She saw the lizard. She will retreat to no, the other way. At the moment, she only sees the lizard. She doesn't see any other people, creatures.
You can see there is someone in the cell. And if you mouse over the token, you will get a description of what they look like. A thin, middle-aged human female with a hopeful expression, remains of plain, everyday clothing and unkempt black hair.
We forgot something. We should have made a sign with. Should have agreed on a sign with Finn. We depended too much on magic.
Yeah, if only you'd have learnt Morse code from Braxon.
Psst. What she will do is, even though she's a very small gecko, she can get into the vent. She can make just a little noise.
Okay.
Does Finn notice that? It's a noise that doesn't belong.
Gecko, well, you're limited by the noises that a gecko can make, so it's up to you what kind of noise you want to make.
She's going to make a little scratch noise with her paws.
Okay.
Yeah, with her claws, in fact.
All right, so you'd get up pretty close to him.
Yes, very.
All right. Let's see. So, Finn, give me a 1d10, please. Okay, so
right in the middle.
You jump a bit as this sound of something scraping on stone real close to you startles you. You spin around and look at the direction that it came from, but you see nothing.
Well, as a gecko, I'm going to smell the air.
Okay. It's very faint. There is a smell of another gecko. Geckos don't smell much, so.
I'm just going to sit and look and see what I can notice.
So Leva will distance herself a little bit and scratch again, going the direction of the room.
You mean this area right here?
Going to where her token is.
Okay.
Well, not directly there, but just distance herself a little bit from Finn and making the same noise again.
Okay. So, Finn, you do hear a scratching sound on stone that is a little bit further away from you.
All right, I'll approach slowly.
All right, Leva?
Oh, I shouldn't have unmuted. I was muted. All right, so she distances herself until she stands in the middle of the room. Sorry, it's on the ceiling. And then she polymorphs into a human, into herself.
So you're going a little bit further away, scratching, going a little bit further away, scratching
Exactly.
until you're back in the room. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Finn, would you follow those sounds?
Yes, I would,
Okay.
because I would be curious as to what's making them.
All right.
Though I will just be peeking out of the grate, not actually stepping out into the room.
All right. So Leva, you polymorph yourself back into your normal form, and you can see that the little gecko is peeking out of the vents.
So she will lean towards the vent and whisper, Finn.
All right, Finn, would you
Crack
react?
my head.
Okay. Leva?
Yes, I'm
He-
just I just see what Finn would do.
He nodded his head.
Okay. So Lemon will whisper to him, Finn, we could not do the sending. The prisoner we think is 4 cells to the right.
Finn will bow briefly and then go up and have a look at 4 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So you can see a figure sleeping on a bed there. Male half-elf with a ragged salt and pepper beard and gray at the temples, and his clothes were once good quality, but plain.
Okay, well. Fits the description better than anyone else, I guess. I will
Okay.
slip into the cell and resume human form.
All right.
Start
And-
selling insurance.
Gently shake him awake.
What? No, you're not invisible, right?
Right. I was not invisible.
So there's very dim light in here, just enough to make out vague shapes and stuff like that. Like you can see the edges of the room. You're not exactly sure where this light is coming from. Some of it is filtering in from around the hatch on the ceiling, and some is coming around through the vents as well. But it's all very low light. So just enough to like make out shapes and stuff like that, but everything is very muted. And he looks at you, and there's a bit of a fearful expression on his face, mixed with confusion.
The Elven Navy sends their regards. We're here to take you to them.
His eyes widen at that, and he says, I'm dreaming, aren't I?
Pinch yourself.
He pinches himself, but he says, I guess I'm not. How am I to get out? How did you get in? Who are you?
My name is Finn. I am a druid. I have ways to get into small spaces, and I've brought one for you as well, and I will take out the polymorph potion and hand it to him.
He looks at it suspiciously for a minute, and then looks back at you and says, You say you're with elves, but you are not an elf yourself.
I'm a
How
friend
can
to the
I know
elves.
that I can trust you?
Ah,
I am a friend to the elves. Plus, it's got to be better than staying here.
It could be poison.
If you ask me, that would still be better than staying here.
He thinks about that for a moment and says, Well, I suppose I haven't anything else to lose. And he drinks the potion down.
Which
Become-
one was it? So I can mark it off. It was the purple one, wasn't it? Or was it the gold one?
Should have been
It
the
was-
one that Leva had that just was a potion of polymorph.
Oh, the one Leva had.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
So I've still got my 2 then.
Well, you
Okay.
gave one for Finn as a
Oh,
backup.
right. Sorry.
Okay. Become a mouse and follow me. And I will turn into a mouse as well.
Okay, just so you know, before you make that suggestion, getting out through that grate as a mouse would be very difficult because it's very high up for a mouse.
Well,
All right. Then
Leva
I
didn't
guess
just wait in the room.
we'll just go with I'll tell him to become a hummingbird then
Okay.
and follow me.
Hummingbird? Are you turning into a hummingbird?
Yes. I'm like, I will show you. And I'll change into one.
Ah, okay. And he becomes one himself.
Okay. And then I will fly out the grate
All right, and he
head down here.
follows you.
And we'll have to land and scoot under the door
Okay.
on our way out. It's not letting
So
me go
real
through the door.
fast. Leva, you said that you
Mm.
wouldn't have stayed in the room there.
Well, she certainly wouldn't have stayed in human form.
Right.
She's definitely switched back into gecko form. There was one idea that she'd had, but I mean, she wasn't in the room, so she wouldn't have been able to propose it. That she just pack them in and and fly out with them. That's okay. She's now a gecko,
Okay.
and she's following them. Oh, by the way, Finn. She actually only changed after they arrived because she said, Finn, there's guards. As you go out, there's a guard in the second room to the right as you come out, and there's another guard. Let's see, in the corner. Where was that? Well, you see it, but be aware there are guards around.
Finn will bob his beak and take a peek under the door.
All right.
Okay.
The other hummingbird that comes in is very startled. You see his wings flap vigorously at your voice, but seeing that Finn is not surprised by that, that seems to calm him down. Before you guys move out of the room, Solas and Lafdul, once you'd gotten to, like, would your goal have been getting back to meet up with Finn as well?
Well, that was the original goal, but on the way, since Leva barreled ahead so fast, Solas might have come to other conclusions and told Lafdul that it's most likely best for us to get up and wait and hope for the best for that Leva finds Finn. Since it's no use for everyone to just run around like an invisible headless chicken.
Wow, Finn is invisible. We'd
Yeah,
see
but
Finn. What if she got into combat? We don't know. You know
True,
how
but,
vulnerable you are against guards in melee.
yes, but there's also the fact that if Leva is still invisible, how are we going to find her?
Yeah, that's true. That's why I was thinking about Finn, not Leva. And we can wait nearby, I guess. One of the vents.
Yeah, let's wait near the event.
Where would you guys have gone?
I think Solas would be in the large storage room.
Lafdul, would you wait there as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let me get you guys there. Give me just a second.
It's worse than a needle in a haystack when you're two small invisible creatures trying to find each other.
Mhm. When in the storage room, Solas would change into a copy the earlier Lafdul's change into a Tommy or Pixie.
You would have to change into a human form if you want to use
Yeah.
spells, though. Well, humanoid.
I'm
first.
mostly changing so that I can communicate.
Oh, I guess I'll do the same. I think Tommy's the smallest one anyway.
Yeah, pixies are like 2 feet tall, so
Yeah.
Tommy's like inches.
yeah, I think
1
they're.
foot.
I'd have to go back and look. They're definitely not. I don't think they're the smallest, but they're they're a lot smaller. I mean, if you are just like hanging around, then that's not too big of an issue. So you don't need to worry about like, you can always change again later, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that Solas would suggest to Lafdul that one of them does occasional checks down the stairs and comes back.
You're both invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
we're
why, so we can speak. The author basically waits for near the vent.
Okay. All right. So Finn and Leva, you've turned back into a gecko form after speaking.
Yes.
Okay. So the three of you want to crawl under the door.
I just wanted to peek under it first.
Okay. All right. So Finn, you lead the way and start slowly inching your way under the door. You can see a guard sitting on a far bench, and he is dozing.
All right. Well, don't have to worry about him seeing me then, so I am going to cross the room and start working under the other door.
Do you
And
guys have?
I cannot get through this door.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys have
There
his
we go.
stuff, by the way?
Leva
Leva
has
has
that
the
in a
stuff.
bag of holding.
Okay, good. Just checking.
All right.
I'll start scooting under the other door. Peeking out first.
Okay. And Leva, are you like crawling across the ceiling? You might be muted, Leva. Leva?
Muted again. Sorry. Yes, she will go. She will go along the ceiling, and then she'll come down and go under the door.
Okay. So the three of you make your way across the room. Finn and the prisoner fluttering through the air. Finn, as you and the prisoner get close to that guard, he does begin to wake. Your wings do make some noise as you're flying. And
I would drop straight to the ground then.
Okay. The prisoner follows you. Leva, you're on the ceiling as you see
Yes.
the guard wake up and kind of begin to look around. Let me see if he notices a pair of hummingbirds. So you drop to the ground, Finn, and what are you doing?
Trying to get under the door as quickly as I can.
Okay.
And out of sight.
All right. Leva, you are essentially bringing up the rear, waiting for them to get under the door first. You're invisible, so you'd probably feel a little bit more confident about your own safety in that regard, like
Yes.
in terms of being spotted at least. And you see Finn and the prisoner get under the door before the guard looks down at the ground where they were.
Good. Phew. Well, no. Internally, she goes, okay.
All right, so Finn, you are on the other side of the door now. And Leva,
Okay.
you're gonna head down and crawl under.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this room looks clear, so I'll just head right to the next door.
All right.
This is okay. This is the room with the guard on the right as we come down.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on the other side of a door, so he's
Okay.
not looking in. So you end up being pretty safe. Pass under the door.
Peek under first, just
Okay.
to get an idea if there's a guard patrolling in the hallway or anything.
You have a very limited view on what you can see, but you do not see someone at the very end of the hallway.
Okay. Well, very carefully step out.
Okay. Seems to be clear. The prisoner follows
Okay.
you. And
And
Leva
I
does as
will
well.
zip down the hallway
Okay.
and staying as tight to the edge as I can, whip right around onto the stairs.
All right. Prisoner follows you, and there is a guard walking up the hallway towards the intersection here. And he has definitely spotted you. He's like, what was that? And he starts moving a little bit faster towards the stairway.
In that case, I get right up the stairs.
Okay. Leva, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Well, look. Leva will go here. She doesn't, and she, even though she's invisible, she doesn't actually want to make more noise. She doesn't. Nah, she doesn't want to make no more noise. She doesn't want to distract him. But let's see how it works, how it plays out.
Okay.
She's where she is at the ceiling, where she is now.
Okay.
She's still hasted, isn't she?
Yep.
So she could actually go. No, she will go ahead. Oops.
All right. So you two are just going up the stairs as quickly as possible.
Yeah, she will want to go into the storage room.
Okay. All right. He is definitely following you up the stairs. Let's go ahead and copy him there so that I can move him over. All right. And let me go ahead and move the rest of you. Nope, that's the wrong one. Go. And there we go. All right. Okay, so Finn and the prisoner come flying up the stairs. Solas and Lafdul, you're waiting in like atomy form near there.
Do I hear footsteps before anything else?
Yes, you would definitely hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
Like rapid footsteps or regular footsteps?
Kind of like a bit in between. It's like the guard has seen something unusual, and he's unsure what it is, and he's investigating. But he's not being slow, but he's also not running because he doesn't know exactly what's going on. So Finn, would you be making a beeline towards the vent?
Yep.
Okay. So the guard gets to the top of the stairs and calls out, "Talix! Talix! Are you around? Is there something unusual going on up here?" Let me see if he has noticed you guys go into the vent. All right.
I'd like to think I could fly faster than he could run, but
You'll not happen to navigate stairs either.
There's also a someone else that you're trying to make sure stays close to you, and you have more experience in a hummingbird form. But he does not seem to have noticed where you go, because he's now like at the top of the stairs and looking around. It's dimly lit up here, and there's boxes everywhere and everything like that. So you guys would be over here.
And he's got poor, wimpy human vision.
Solas and Lafdul. So you hear these footsteps, and a hummingbird, two hummingbirds actually, zip past you up into the vent and just kind of like land temporarily. Because I think that, like, Finn, you would get up there and land to make sure that the prisoner gets up with you, and he would be following you, so he'd land behind you.
And to stop making noise for a minute.
Okay. All right.
Well, Solas would follow into the vent.
Okay, are you changing form? Because it would be, you'd have to, like, squeeze in as an atomy through the gate.
Yeah, I would change form when I go in to a hummingbird, and inside the vent I would change back into a atomy.
Okay.
I would go in as a hummingbird, and I would stay as a hummingbird.
All right. And Leva, are you rushing across the ceiling in gecko form, climbing in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and she climbs into the vent, but she sees everybody else as a hummingbird, so she changes into a hummingbird too.
Well, you would only
Don't
see
see
Finn
us.
and the prisoner.
Yeah, okay.
And Finn, you have no idea that Lafdul and Solas are with you. Neither do,
So
like, both of you do not know that the other two are there.
So I'm just going to wait until this guard goes away.
All right.
Because I want to make sure everyone's here so we can evac all at the same time.
Okay. So the guard makes his way across the chamber up to the corridor. Still like looking everywhere, trying to look everywhere at once, and calling out, "Talix! Talix! Where is he? What is that thing doing?" So he begins poking around the storage room.
He might have mistook the hummingbird for the parrot. Random thought.
Hummingbirds are way smaller.
Yeah, but if he's half asleep, you just see a flying creature, you don't necessarily pay attention to what it is. If it's similar in stature.
So he's grumbling to himself and heads down the stairs at a quickened pace. He's not running, but he's not moving cautiously or moving like in a relaxed manner as he heads back down the stairs.
That sounds like it's time for you guys to get out of there.
Yeah, at that point, Solas would whisper that I think that's our cue to leave.
So Finn and Leva, all of a sudden, you hear Solas's voice from nowhere, and your hummingbird companion really startles and begins to flap around vigorously.
Laughter also takes on an Tommy form, I guess.
Just talk to him in Elfish.
Yeah, Solas will speak in Elvish and try to get the prisoner to calm down.
Did you get him, I guess?
Finn will recognize the voice, so he will just turn in its general direction and nod.
Okay, that seems to calm him down a bit. Being a hummingbird, he can't communicate with the two people who are communicating to him in Elvish. You have no idea if he understands you or not, because he can't communicate back.
Well, Solas says, Solas actually, at this point, would break his invisibility.
Okay.
That's what Leva was thinking about too.
And say that let's go and lead the way.
Oh, but being invisible is so much fun.
All right.
All right, so along the vents we go, I guess.
All right. So you're just heading straight out at this point, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, Solas would change into hummingbird to fly faster.
Okay.
Same for Leva.
I guess I go back into
And
the
basically, before we head out, Solas would say that in order to not get attacked by the air elemental or alerted before everyone is out, I think we should all go fly as a group to try and
I have a
not get
spell.
it.
I'll help against that if you gather around. But I need somewhere to cast the spell.
You'd have to get out of the event and resume your normal form.
In that case, we'd have to go back to the storage room, I guess.
Right now, you're right outside because I haven't moved you. Like I haven't assumed that you've immediately started moving. So, Lafdul, you're saying
I can cast
you're saying
spells.
you want to cast, but you do have your material components.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just wondering if I just drop the material components and carry them.
You've been
basically
shape changing. You've been polymorphing.
Yeah, I know.
Your material components are part of you.
Oh. So you can never cast spells while...
You're still invisible. Why don't you just shift back to human in the storage room, cast what you want to cast, and then change back, and off we go.
Yeah, I guess.
If we do it quickly enough, nobody should come back.
Yeah, no, gather around me. I will chant the spell. I will resume a human form. I will land somewhere softly because I am very familiar with landing softly.
Okay, and you're casting what?
Texture from evil, 10-foot radius. I say gather around me.
Okay. All right, so Finn and Solas and Leva and the other hummingbird gather around you, and you cast your spell.
I just realized burning incense is going to smell.
It can. Oh yeah, it does require both.
The 10-foot
water
radius
and
does.
incense.
I'm just, as I say this, I was like, has anyone got any suggestions for covering up that smell? I've got cat stink and stuff, but...
We do know there's cats here.
Actually, what is cat stink?
I think
Sorry,
we should just leave it because we don't need to make them more suspicious than they already are. If it needs burning incense, then we forget about it and let's just go.
Yeah, I was able to just zip by the air elemental last time I went by as a hummingbird, so we can try that again.
If we all go as a group, I think we should be able to get past it before it's alerted.
Yes.
What?
Go as a group and at full speed.
What I was wondering, I mean, yeah, we might be able to just zip past it, was if I took the spell components out and just carried them up into the vent as an atomy once I've gotten through as... Oh, actually, no. I would have to get them through the grate.
And you would have to be able to create a 20 feet in diameter circle with the
Wait, you do?
thing. Yeah. For 10 feet radius, yes.
Oh.
You actually have to make the circle while you cast it.
Oh, yeah, alright. I guess, well...
I mean, I'm a little bit flexible on that in like a combat situation, but you know, in a combat situation, if you have the material components and you're not bound, then you get the spell off. But if you're not in a combat situation, then yeah, you do need that space and stuff like that.
Well, after all, grumble, so here's a different spell. This will help all of us. I cast pixie dust on all of us.
Okay. So everyone will be invisible again?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Might come as a bit of a
Um,
surprise.
How's the prisoner going to follow us out now?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Well, I guess Solas will have to change Tommy and has his voice gone.
Just listen to the noise. I
What
yeah, I
noise?
take
We're
on.
trying to be quiet
Oh
in case
wow,
you forgot.
the wing beating, I guess.
Solas will quietly go ahead as a Tommy and this way.
All right.
That'll be fine until we need
Why
to
don't
go
you just
full
hold
speed.
hands?
People are hummingbirds.
Or can't we just go as the Tommies, like through the shafts? I mean, we just can't go
All
through
Some,
the
Christian?
some
graves.
of us
Finn
can't
can't
just change it well.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a good point.
Question old.
Mm-hmm.
If people who have already been invisible when Pixie Dust was cast on them, when they dismissed invisibility, are they still invisible? I mean,
No,
does
but
it
but
stack
because
or
it would replace the other one. Like you can
This
only be
is-
invisible once. But someone brought up a good point before Lafdul cast a spell of how the prisoner would follow you. So
Would I realise that?
I'm okay with you guys having this discussion to decide.
Oh, well, yeah, all right. So I suppose the discussion is, well, the burning incense will maybe leave a trace. What about making us invisible?
I think we just go.
Yeah, let's
Finn
just
has,
go.
All right.
Finn has been able to get past the air elemental with just flying fast.
Okay. All right. So you all. All right. So Finn and the prisoner are still hummingbirds. What is everyone else going to become?
I'm also turning into hummingbird.
Okay.
same?
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, I guess we're all doing it as hummingbirds.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. You can be something else.
No, go as the team,
Okay.
go as the crowd.
And again, so now Solas, you've broken your invisibility. So there's 3 of you who are not invisible. Like again, you can go as a group. Someone can bring up the rear if they want to wait a moment and go last or something like that. So you got flexibility there. But do you all want to
I'd
go
like
together?
to let everybody know that a group of hummingbirds is called a charm.
Oh, really?
Yes. It can also be called a bouquet or a shimmer.
How charming!
Oh no! Don't
All right.
Braxonize this.
All right, so
Hey!
Lafdul, you're going to become a hummingbird too?
Yeah, I guess. How far away was the air elemental actually from the grave at the top? I'm just wondering if I could just cast protection from evil.
It's about
on
10
the
feet down.
group. Ah, yeah, never mind.
Okay, so you guys are going to make your way through the vents and then up and out. Okay.
Yep.
Keep track of file.
As you are doing so, you do hear some alarm bells begin to ring in the complex.
Yay!
Well, it's time to leave.
All right.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right. So, as a group, 2 of you invisible and 3 of you visible, you do fly straight up through the shaft. And as you do get buffeted by winds near the top. So let me see what we get.
Hopefully, this prisoner has more than a few hit points and not a level 0 commoner.
All right, let's see. Where did I put the THAC0 of this thing? Hold on. I thought it was in my list, and it's not. I had it somewhere else. Hold on. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's see. That is going to be a hit on Lafdul.
I'm still invisible.
Yes.
Oh, Really?
Elementals can sometimes perceive invisible things.
I mean, just because you're invisible doesn't mean that something can't attack you.
Yeah, I thought it'd be focusing on. We're going as a group, so if it's just blasting an area.
I feel like I have mislaid a die. Oh, there it is. There you go. Alright, so that is going to be 14 damage, Lafdul.
Well, eventually I'll regenerate it given time.
And it misses Leva. Then against Solas and Finn. That is going to be a hit on each of you. Alright, so 18 points of damage against Solas.
Ouch, stop that.
And 7 points of damage against Finn. that variance, boy. And finally, the prisoner. Oh, wow, it missed the prisoner.
Thank God.
Good.
Oh, man. So you guys get buffeted, but Finn and Solas, because of your positioning, you were able to protect the prisoner. And you burst out of the top of the grate. Braxon and Ockar, was one of you up there waiting?
I would have been.
Okay,
Okay,
I
he
think
would have
one
been.
of them would have been on the lookout point.
So we come out. Okay, we have to leave. The alarms are going. But we do have the prisoner.
Well, someone would have to change form first.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, we would change form, and Solas would ask the prisoner just to confirm, ask their name. That we have
I've got a
that
better
prisoner.
way than that if you want me to use the spell.
We don't have time for a spell.
I mean, it will take them time to get, like, you don't know exactly what the alarm is about, and even so, it would take them time to get up here.
Yeah.
So you'd know that you've got some cushion.
I guess you're.
That's up to you. But I mean, like, this prisoner has never used a potion of polymorph before, so he doesn't necessarily know what he can do with it.
Well, Solas would say to change back into their own form
Okay.
and then ask their name.
Finn will
All right.
also resume human form.
All right.
So
So
will Lever.
you'll get some healing there, Finn.
I got 20% of what I lost.
All right. So he resumes his form, and he says, "I thank you for the rescue. I am called Capero of Calabaz."
Is that the guy we came to look for?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Well,
I don't.
Lever unpacks, opens her bag and pulls. What's that? This the ring. She pulls out the ring.
As you pull that out, his eyes widen, and he says, "You got my ring. May I have it?"
Do you mind if I cast a spell on you? I am a priestess of Saldar, and I promise you I will do you no harm.
We need to make certain that you are who we think you are.
Go right ahead.
I'll cast no history on him.
Okay. That spell reveals that he is indeed not who he just said he is, and he is instead the illegitimate son of the previous emperor. His name
so the guy we were
So
after.
he's the one
Alaro
we were
Telengran.
looking for.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
he's
I
so
will.
Lever gives him, passes the ring to him.
Well,
And-
hold on. Lafdul's
Mhm.
getting information from the spell, and he hasn't necessarily shared this with you yet.
Okay.
Lafdul, can you give me a spellcraft check?
Oh. Where's spellcraft? Pretty good for me.
All right. You would realize that he was probably geased to not reveal his name.
Oh, I could probably undo that.
Well, not now.
Well, we
Yeah,
gotta focus on getting out of
obviously
here.
not now.
You can
Do
remove
it
the
later.
GS
Most
for
important
free.
thing is for
I'm
you to
not-
confirm.
He wasn't saying that he was going to do it right now anyway.
Okay.
Lafdul, did you tell us who he is?
Yes, I will relay the information as I'm learning it. I will say who he is and everything.
As you
So,
were saying
liver
that, he is
passes
nodding
ring.
along, agreeing with what you just said.
Well,
So
that
liver
means we
passes the
got
ring
the,
to him. And the
we got
rest.
the right prisoner.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I think it's time
You
for
get-
us to leave.
Yeah, you all
Yeah,
head for the
this way,
flitter.
this
I'll go
way.
get Braxon,
Yeah, follow me.
Mhm.
and I'll take the form of a wolf and go running off to the lookout point.
Okay.
And I'll lead the rest of the group back to where the flitter is.
Real fast, you do have a camp set up.
Yeah, we need to dismantle
yeah,
our camp since it's the magic tent.
Yeah, let's go to the camp, get our stuff, take it down, and then head to the flitter.
Okay. So you hand over, Levitt, you hand over his personal possessions. He takes them, and he says, I imagine we don't have time for me to change here, but do you have a bag that I can put these in? For now?
Well, we can put them back and I give them to you when we are at the flitter to fly when we're flying away. But Leva proposes that she teleports him and herself to the flitter.
That's a good plan.
Wild search, wild search.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a fireball.
Yeah.
Okay.
You teleport ahead to the flitter. I'll get everybody else in camp so
Or I
we can
get
grab our
forced
things.
love. Or
And
never
that's
forced
how
love.
Leva became the Empress of the Langran Empire.
Of the slave empire. She wanted to change slavery for the better, so she married the ruler.
Okay. Let's see. Let
Flirtatious
me
and sly, Leva.
check something real fast.
She has a
A
scrupulous.
sea of roses falls onto the prisoner.
Okay. And rolling for Wild Surge. Okay. All right. So, give me a D100, please, Leva.
Mm-hmm. Just. We land in the ground. What was that?
Okay. All right. So, you put your hands on the prisoner, Alaro, which is what you know his name to truly be now, and cast your teleport spell, and you land exactly where you wanted, in the vicinity of the flitter.
Super.
The flitter has been covered up by as best you could. I think you guys had like a tarp and some
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a tarp and
Plants
like
and stuff.
random like stuff from around, like
Yeah.
leaves and branches.
Yeah. So you
Mhm.
begin to you get ready to start clearing that up, correct?
Correct, but first she gives the stuff, all the things that belong to him, she gives to him, and says, "Now you have the time to change
Okay.
while we do the rest."
All right. So he takes the things, but as he does so, his eyes, like, he's looking at you, but he's looking beyond you, behind you, and his eyes widen.
Whoops.
And you hear a voice from behind you, Leva, metallic-y.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna like spin around and look as it's beginning to speak?
Yes, she's definitely going to do that. Is
Okay.
it the guardian, the metallic guardian?
You spin around, and you haven't actually seen that thing up close, but it is a metallic man, appears to be made of bronze. And it is looking right at you, Leva, and it says bluntly, I will serve you.
What? It will serve me,
Mm-hmm.
Leva?
Mm-hmm.
Leva is a bit confused. In fact, she's very confused.
The
uh,
Alaro, he's close enough to you, and he whispers, that creature is called Talix. It fed us. We occasionally spoke. I know it spoke with the other prisoners as well. What does it mean that it will serve you?
I have no idea. Leva turns to Talos, you said?
Talix.
Talos. And she said, why do you want to serve me?
There you go. I gave you the name in.
Talos, thank you.
It is my duty to serve you.
What brought about this duty?
It is what I am bound to do. I have waited here until you arrived, and you arrived on this day as expected. I am here to serve you.
I think Leva would sort of sit down at this moment and go, what?
It was clearly made by your parents, like like
Oh,
Anakin
that
made
would be a
C-3PO.
You know your parents are mages.
So she says, all right, tell me about you. What are you? And what did you do here before? And what brought you to come and serve me?
I am to serve you. I was waiting here and
When did you
served
not?
the prisoners their food as I waited. That is what I was asked to do.
Leva sort of swallows dry and goes, yes, okay. In that case, help us take the tarp away from the flitter and help us get everything ready to fly away.
Understood. And it immediately strides over and begins to clear the flitter. It is not rough, and its movements are kind of jerky and not like smooth like a human, but it is not like clumsy or blunt, and it is not like it's not damaging the ship. It is efficiently clearing the material from the tarp, and as soon as it's done so, it begins to fold up the tarp into a small package.
Okay. So, and after it's done all that, it's standing there waiting for commands.
Yep.
All right, the other way around. Leva turns around to the. What's his name? What's
Alaro?
his? Do we? Yes, and she says, "What exactly did this? What would you call it? Metallic man, this golem do? You said it fed you?
Yes, it brought us food every day. Myself and the other prisoners.
Nothing else.
Well, it spoke to us.
What did it normally say?
It just made pleasant conversation. We were able to use it to exchange messages between prisoners.
Really? Okay. So Lema turns around to Talux and says, "Will you come with us now?"
I am serving you. Of course I will. Unless you wish me to stay.
No, I don't. while we're waiting for the others, tell me what you can do. Tell me your skills and what you can do.
They're clearly a protocol golem.
A butler.
I can serve you as you desire. I can carry things. I can fight for you, although I am not the strongest of devices. I wouldn't say devices. I am not the strongest of servants.
Did you get the order to serve me from someone?
My creator.
Who was your creator?
My creator.
Did your creator have a name? Does your creator have a name?
My creator.
Oh, well, that's useful. So Alara said you served them food and you passed messages among the prisoners.
Yes.
Did your creator tell you to do this?
No, but he did not tell me not to.
Okay. So aside from serving me, what did your creator tell you?
To wait here until this day, and you would appear, and I am to serve you.
So how did you recognize me? Since Levi is still invisible, I just remembered.
I recognized you because I was told that you would be here, invisible. On this spot. And here you are.
So it was foretold that I would be here together with someone else?
I was told that you would be here, yes.
Okay.
There was no mention of others.
Okay. Levi is still confused. Aren't the others coming?
You teleported. They have to move around normally, so it's probably going to be 15-20 minutes before anyone else gets to you. So let's see.
Not to mention that we have to dismantle the camp.
Right. I think, you probably would have set up the camp to be quickly disassembled.
Yeah, but it would still take a few minutes at least.
How long? No, she doesn't trust it that well yet. How long would it take to move there and start helping to take apart that camp?
By the time it got to, so far as you know, by the time it got to the camp, which it doesn't necessarily know where it is, so you'd probably have to guide it, go with it.
Mm-hmm. No.
They might be all
it's
done,
okay.
so you're not sure.
No, in that case, we wait here.
Okay.
So Leva thinks if it's been sent to help her, to serve her, then over time more knowledge might come out. So for the moment, she will just accept it, especially since at the moment we have quite different problems. We need to get off this place.
All right.
Is there anything we need to do for pre-flight? Anything?
Only like whoever is going to pilot could get on the helm and essentially warm it up, because it takes 1d8 rounds to be able to take off. But unless you were planning on doing that, once the flitter is cleared, which it did take about 10 minutes for it to clear it.
I actually think it might be good if we did start the flitter. So Leva is prepared to pilot it back.
Okay.
So she will start. She will tell Telox, well, how is it going to fit?
I mean, it's gonna be tight, but you're just going to your other ship. You're not gonna be traveling on this for days.
All right, so she tells Talux to find itself a corner in the flitter and sit and wait while
Understood.
she goes in. While she goes and sits at the helm.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So Finn, you would have gone to Braxon. Braxon was on watch. So Braxon, you're out at watch, and you see more than a normal patrol come out just
Yeah.
moments before Finn gets to you. A wolf comes up to you, and then I assume shape changes back into human form.
Well, does he
Finn
have to?
can't talk.
Well, he
Finn
can't
can't
talk to
talk,
you
but he can
otherwise,
hear.
so I'm curious.
Yeah, I
Finn?
was. Well, if Braxton sees lots of people coming out, do they look like they're coming up towards us?
That'll depend on a couple more minutes of watching. Finn?
Finn
Okay.
said
Sorry,
he
I'm
see
back
him.
now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Would you have shape changed back into human form when you got to
Yes,
Braxton?
and I said we got him out. We got to go.
Okay.
Alarms are going off.
Yeah, the load of people just come out the door. Let's stay low while we get away. Try not to make too much dust.
You know the alarms actually might be going off because the metal thing Talux is with us. They may not have noticed that the prisoner is missing.
I
Yeah, the
also
golem's gone.
also to the point of not making dust. Dust itself is not going to be visible since it's nighttime.
Okay.
All right. So you two make your way back to camp as quickly
Yeah.
as you can.
Yeah, Braxton would put his spyglass away
Mhm.
first carefully, and then leg it.
All right. So you'd
Solas would have
you'd
used-
get to the camp just as everything physical has been broken down. Yes, Solas.
Yeah, Solas would once we get to the flitter and sees that Leva is going
All right.
to
Hold
be
on.
piloting.
Hold on. Wait, not yet.
Okay.
Those who went back to the camp.
Mhm.
Anything else that you're doing?
Well,
You've packed
after
up
we get
you've packed up your stuff, basically. But anything else that you
Head to the
want to
flitter.
do?
Yeah, we're heading right to the flare once we got everything packed up.
Okay.
Finn
Well-
will quickly try to obliterate any traces of the camp,
Okay. Any special way that you want to do that?
making it look as close to normal nature as possible.
Okay. Lafdul, did you have something that you were about to say?
I would be surprised by the golem.
Well, you're not there yet.
Well, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
There's
when that
something I've
happens.
Leva tells the golem.
Okay. What
I'll
was
also grab a branch with some leaves and drag it around behind me through the camp area quickly.
All right, Leva, what would you say to the golem?
She tells it that to introduce itself when the other people come
Okay.
and tell them its purpose and why it is there.
Okay. All right. So, Finn, you'll be like bringing up the rear with that branch, kind of thing.
Yes,
Okay.
Your footprints.
All
that
right.
was the idea.
So just real fast, I'm going to bring you guys all over to a different map, and it's mainly just so that you can see some stuff.
What a potential combat map that you know prepared for.
It's mainly so we can see some stuff that involves people punching us in the face.
There we go.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the punch coming.
So you can see the tokens for Talux here and Alaro right there.
Oh, right. Looks more like Talos to me.
Hush you.
Those eyebrows.
Hush you. So you guys make your way to the flitter. Alaro has changed into the clothing that you got for him. The sword from the box is buckled to his belt. And
It really is ancient Greek C3PO.
And you, as you get there, Leva is already on the helm. The flitter is ready to fly, and you see another figure sitting in the flitter as well. As you approach, and you realize that it has a metallic sheen across its whole body, it looks up at your approach and says, "I am Talix. I am to serve my mistress."
Solas raises an eyebrow and looks at Leva.
Oliva's inside the ship on the helm.
It's an
Don't
it's
look
an
at me.
open it's an open ship.
Leva says, "Don't look at me. I don't know. It just turned up. It just turned up."
Whatever. Let's get on the ship. We gotta hurry.
Well, let's get
We'll
on the
question
ship.
it later.
Yes.
When we get to the flitter and since it's nighttime and we have long flight ahead, Solas says to Leva that he is going to be casting blessed watchfulness on her so that she doesn't get too sleepy while flying
Thank you.
Okay.
or too tired.
Thank
We
you.
gotta get out of here.
And then Solas is going to be using plenty of healing spells to make sure that he's back to full health.
Okay. So,
That reminds me.
oh yeah, you need to heal up for your second change. Hey, that's always good. So, you guys all board. You stow away the tent and other camp items, and get ready to fly. Once everyone is in, you give the word, Braxon, to Leva to take you up. All right.
Don't forget to
Yeah,
go
Braxon.
invisible.
Braxon will
Well,
say.
it's nighttime, so
Braxon will
Yeah.
say to the prisoner, "Hi, there'll be time for introductions later."
No, I
no.
understand entirely.
He's our captain, though.
quick question,
Wouldn't Finn recognize the metallic creature?
Yes, Finn, you would recognize that as the metallic man that was moving about that ring passageway.
He'll kind of look at it for a second and shrug and mutter something about hopefully they figure out they have to feed their prisoners themselves now.
I had a question.
Yeah?
What kind of weather is it?
Right now it is. That is
And
a
is
good
it cloudy?
because that is going to matter.
It was a storm last night. It's the aftermath of rain or something, isn't it?
It was the previous day was raining. This day had strong winds, and they are getting stronger.
Well, we gotta get out now and hold on tight.
Is there
Just
a cloud cover on the sky?
Yes. Yeah, it is very cloudy.
Okay, so we don't need to go invisible since it's nighttime. And there's cloud, so no light from there.
I mean, we're going to have continual lights on the ship, aren't we?
You do not have
Do we?
continual lights on the flitter. Never
That's
said
good
that.
then. No, that's fine. I wasn't sure if it was like a thing
I'm
that just...
I'm just thinking that we might want to save the invisibility when we need it.
Yeah. Let's go for it. Punch it.
All right. So, Leva, you lift off. You guys want to head for the clouds kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Go up first.
All right.
How...
Yeah?
We don't want. At least Leva doesn't want to. If they see the flitter, she doesn't want to give them any idea in which direction we went.
Okay, so
So
you
she
want
goes
straight
straight
up.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Lafdul, you had a question?
I just posed the idea. I mean, it's pretty dark right now, but I don't think we're entirely unnoticeable. What if we used a couple of darknesses via items? A continual darkness. I got like a couple of daggers. You go to each end of the flitter. It should encompass most of it.
One
wouldn't that also-
issue with that right now is that it is strong winds, and the winds are getting stronger, which is going to slow your travel time, and it's going to make for a very bumpy ride.
We gotta go for it. We gotta get out of here.
Can we?
Hang on.
I'm thinking that if we flew to the atmosphere and basically went that way, that might be easier.
Are we going against the wind or through it with it currently?
It doesn't really matter right now.
Oh.
I mean, if it just the fact that it is gale winds means that you're basically moving at quarter speed.
It sounds silly, but is that crossable to all ships, or is there certain ships that deal with it better?
That is basically applicable to all ships.
Yeah, I mean, if it's affecting them, that's so. If they've
Yeah,
got
I
ships.
think going to the atmosphere and into the wild space and then going down would be faster than trying to fly the whole distance with these winds.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Well,
not going to
not
have
only that.
these winds the whole distance.
Well,
I
even
rolled
half of the distance.
spellcraft. Old.
For spellcraft for what?
If someone was scrying on us, if I had to tap magic, would I notice a scrying attempt?
No.
No.
Because
there's no like magical aura.
You need detect scrying.
Alright. I just thought it was. Yeah, I know. It was just. I was thinking if they were just scrying on the golem.
No, because detect a scrying magic originates from the individual casting it, so you'd have to be able to see them to detect, kind of thing.
I've an idea. Lava, your golem, I say this quizzically, it obeys you, right? I call this a hunch, but if they're potentially looking for that golem or the prisoner, they might try and scry on us. Do you think does the golem like it wear my necklace and non-detection?
You can put it on it, yeah.
It's a hunch, but it's either the prisoner or the golem. I don't think they know about the prisoner. So I'd say the golem might be more obvious.
Could be.
I
So
will-
you want it to wear the what is it?
The
My
non-detection
amulet of
amulet.
non-detection. So if they try to scry on it, it should block the scrying attempt.
Okay.
Or at least for a while
but
until we're
with-
back on a ship.
Why don't you offer it to it? I want to know whether it is capable of independent thought like that, to accept something like that.
All right, I've been having this discussion with you in front of the golem, then I propose a question to the golem. Would you like to wear this? It will help protect you, so you can better serve your mistress. At least for a while. I'm only lending this to you. I'm not giving it to you.
If you wish for me to wear it, I shall, mistress.
And then it
Emperor,
merges
it's
into
a
the-
loner. I'll say to
Mistress,
this golem.
so the golem is talking to Leva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leva says, "Yes, okay, accept it
It's
Alright.
a
For the
loner
moment.
lever.
for the moment."
So it
Alright, I'll-
takes it from your hand and puts it around its neck.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Now let's punch it.
so Leva, you are taking the ship straight up into the clouds, and one advantage of being in the clouds also is that if anyone did scry, like Talix can't be scryed now with that, but Alaro can be, and they just wouldn't see Talix. So like, Lafdul, if someone were scrying on while you were wearing that, if someone were scrying on Leva, you would just not be seen there. Like there'd be a fuzzy patch, kind of thing.
Yeah. So they would just go around the area. They don't know why they can't see the person or something like that. Or
but also in the clouds, if someone's scrying you, then you got no ground beneath you, kind of thing. Like it's like, oh hey, look, they're in a ship somewhere. You know, so
that's
Yeah, scrying spells have a very limited ability to see where they are.
Don't they have to? Let me see. Leva has detect scrying.
yeah, but you're on the
like you
helm
can
now. You can't
cast
do
it.
it.
Anything.
No.
That's why I was like, oh.
Anyway, she didn't
well,
memorize it. It's not. It's not a spell she memorizes all the time.
You can always reckless to hammer it, unless you never take that spell.
She
Except
has
she
to.
can't while she is on the helm.
She's
Yeah, I
on,
know.
on
No,
the
this is
helm now,
just.
so it's moot.
Yeah, I know it's me. It was just.
All right, so your
thought.
tiny ship is being tossed. Luckily, you're not on the 3-hour tour, but it is getting blown around quite a bit. So you guys are all like hunkered down.
Tie ourselves in with rope.
You can certainly do that. That's the problem with like going to either end of the ship and holding those things. Is that right now you kind of need to hunker down and protect yourself against the wind.
I could just
Wouldn't
wedge
the
it into
magical
the ship
darkness,
somewhere.
also, wouldn't the magical darkness blind Leva?
It
It
would,
probably
yes, it would,
Why?
because she sees
Oh.
as the ship, and the ship would be in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That'd be a quick path to us crashing.
Well, not
Well,
necessarily,
no, you
because
just
she could still go
go-
straight up, but like
Yeah.
she wouldn't know if there was a dragon flying above, and she might run into that, or a ship above, or something like that, you know. But it is nighttime, so and because it's cloudy, there's no sun, there's no moon, there's no stars visible, so you're making your
There's
way
no lightnings.
straight up. No, it's just heavy clouds. It does look like a storm is coming, but it's not at that point yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Leva notices all of that, and she says, "Talux, since you're here, help anybody who needs help in feeling more comfortable."
I do not know how to do that.
It's best he sit tight, right?
Yeah, I think we don't want anyone to move
I don't want the
around the
golem
ship.
falling off.
All right.
Totally don't have hedged interest in not losing that necklace.
All right, so everyone is hunkered down. I need everyone to make a Constitution check, please.
Oh, great.
This is to
Easy
avoid
check.
seasickness, is it?
Basically.
Okay.
I think mine's just a 20 anyway. 20, 14.
Wow, you can regenerate your constitution alone. You don't need that rank.
I got the exact number.
I
I'll
missed by
speak.
1.
Would I have regenerated 1 hit point by now?
Sure. You will probably regenerate all your hit points by the time.
Is the one
Get back to
good
the
on
ship.
this?
Yes,
Yeah, low is better.
Yeah, you want to have a low.
under your score.
Okay, good.
But
Alright,
in
so did okay.
opposite tests, it was closer to your score, but still under.
So those of you who failed, you do need to take a moment to basically lose your lunch over the edge of the ship.
Braxon
Yeah.
will make a dex check to avoid anyone's lunch hitting him.
It's fine. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
But you are going to be quite queasy for the trip, and at least until things calm down and smooth out.
Finn will start rifling through his pouches to see if he has any peppermint.
You probably would.
He'll start passing it out because that does help calm nausea.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
And
you.
Solas
then-
would also offer some.
What I will say, so you missed by 1, correct?
Yes.
All right. So what I will allow you to do is re-roll that Constitution check with a -1 bonus to it, to the roll.
Is this a common, out of curiosity, is this something me and Solas might carry? An anti-nausea?
Probably.
I think it would be part of our herbal remedies.
Yeah. All right. So, and there's also a lot of spells that use that. All right. So, Finn, you feel it coming on, and you quickly take some peppermint, and that calms your stomach. You pass it out. So, Leva, you're the other person who failed.
Yes.
Anyone else failed?
No.
No one else failed. Okay.
Helmsman
Leva. So
problem.
again, make a Constitution check with a -1 bonus.
Whew. Feels much better now.
Okay, so before you you lose your lunch, that peppermint will settle your stomach.
Thank you, Finn.
All right, so you get up to the clouds, being nighttime and cloudy and very, very windy. You're not really able to look down at the ground and see what's going on down there. So you don't know if they've come up the mountain, if they have found your camp or anything like that. But you do get up to the clouds and set off in a northern direction back towards where your other ship is waiting. And it's going to be a number of hours.
What about if we
okay.
go through the atmosphere?
So it'll take you a considerable amount of time to get up out of the atmosphere, and once you're up above the clouds and everything like that, more likely to be spotted by a Talongram vessel. Even if you are small and everything like that, it is a lot safer to just stick to the clouds like this.
Well, it's going to be a long night for you, Leva.
That's okay.
Do any of us know how to rid a geas? I mean, I don't think atonement covers geases.
We can deal with that later.
Yeah,
We're flying, we're just discussing.
I think
Need a
it's
wish or
best
something,
to.
but-
I think it's best to think about that when we have access to our library.
Oh no,
Mhm.
I was thinking about praying to Aravan to remove it.
I mean, yeah, you can do that if you want, but
Knowing Aravan's sense of humor, he would just shift it to you.
Oh, don't say that. Now I don't want to pray.
Well, Lafdul does want interesting titles. It's like this one's been waiting for him.
It seems like we pulled off the silent escape.
I wouldn't say it was unnoticed though. It definitely got seen. They may not realize what happened though.
well, it's still pretty much stealth succeed since we got out before
Mhm.
I'd
anyone
say,
really noticed
I'd
what
say
we
that
did.
I'd say if we were playing Hitman, you get a silent assassin rating.
All right, so you fly through the night, and the sun begins to rise as you continue on. The weather, you basically escape that that weather formation and get into clear weather, less windy, high clouds that you're able to like dart from cloud to cloud as you're going. And it'll be late morning by the time you get towards where you left your ship.
Once the clouds or the winds calm, Solas would start sleeping.
Okay. Yeah, that would happen before the sun rises, so you would have at least a couple hours of nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be up with Braxton's spyglass if he lets me to keep an eye out for enemy ships or anything.
Don't think we're going to be poking a spyglass out on a flitter.
You sure?
Too easy to drop it.
It's his spyglass, so it's his choice.
Okay, fair.
You clearly need to put some kind of string that you can hang it from.
No, they're quite fragile as well.
I
Finn
mean,
will,
funny.
Sorry, Finn?
Finn will serve as navigator then, using his direction sense to make sure we're going in the right way.
All right, give me a proficiency check. Okay,
That's the
then
point.
that will actually shave off some time. So it'll be, rather than late morning, it'll be mid-morning when you are getting to the area.
So is this guy still under the geas?
He's done his best to sleep since you did interrupt him and wake him up and everything like that. But as the sun rises, if you guys want to ask him anything, he'll like ask you guys about yourselves and stuff like that to find out more about you. But if you guys want to ask him anything, if you want to try to get him any information, you're welcome to do so on the trip.
So how long have you been locked up in there?
Oh, it's sometimes hard to keep track of, but I would say probably about 2 decades or so.
How many times did you see the door?
I think it was 19.
Tell us, how long has Alaric been imprisoned?
Unknown.
Okay.
Solas reminds that the Elven Imperial Navy said about 20 years.
Okay, so that about matches up.
Braxon will ask if he's ever been off-world before.
When I was a child, yes. Well, no. Actually, need to remember what I said was how long ago they got ships. Let me see. Yeah, he'll mention that a couple times, not as a child, but as a young man, before his father, the Emperor, passed. He would go on a couple trips, kind of thing.
Okay. We'll be hooking up with another ship. We've got a little bit of time after we hook up, and then we'll be going off to visit the elves.
Yes, I wanted to ask what exactly the purpose of the rescue was. I'm grateful, of course, and I can surmise some possibilities, but I would like to know the exact reason.
Well, sadly, in the recent years, the Empire has gone on quite quite the campaign to enslave elves, and the Elven Imperial Navy thinks that with your help, they might be able to stop that.
Ah, yes. I thought it might be something like that. Put me on the throne?
Yes, that was the plan.
Yes, I'd always argued with my father against the long practice vile tradition that that our empire has partaken in. Sadly, I was never able to convince him, and my sister, well, she is an absolutely horrible person.
So far, it seems that they are gearing up for larger war and not just satisfied with the conquest of this world only.
Well, that is not terribly surprising. The magical drug they use to keep the elven slaves pliant and forgetful of their past has seemed to have a side effect of causing them to not have children.
I see. That's a
Hmm.
terrible drug.
The only way to, even though elves are quite long-lived, the only way to get more is to actually go get more.
Is there a way to reverse that drug?
I do not know.
That's a sad information. Hopefully, with your help, we can stop this. We can stop this practice altogether and find a way to cure the victims.
I know that some of the other prisoners in the prison were convicted of attempting to smuggle out the samples of the drug to elves so that they could research it. I do not know if any of them were ever successful, however. But the elves may have, hopefully, some knowledge on what can be done. If not, certainly if I am able to take the throne, I will make it a top priority to discover any such cure or antidote.
Do you know where they make the drug?
No, I don't. It is a closely guarded secret, and as a bastard child, it was never something that I was privy to. It would not surprise me if even my sister does not know exactly.
Considering the effects of the drug, I would say that it would be something that they would keep top secret since it's clearly a terrible weapon.
Is this something they give to elven slaves once, or do they have to keep administering it?
I don't know the details on that. I believe it needs to be, at least initially, it needs multiple doses to be effective. To be completely effective, at least.
And then maybe a later raid on a slave market would be able to turn up some of this stuff.
Unless all the elves on the slave market are already treated with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting practice.
Yeah. Well, there must be lots of it floating around.
They
Yeah,
keep
it's pretty heinous.
They keep a close control, and of course, elven slaves are, you could say, the ultimate in family heirlooms.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't just anyone who can afford such a highly valued commodity.
Mm-hmm.
When he says that, the ship sort of jumps a little bit.
Yes,
So
no,
then
I
starts-
understand. I am just as disgusted with it as you. Being having elven heritage myself, I feel it. I've always felt it keenly that those of my blood are kept this way. I'm quite sure that that is ultimately the reason why my sister had me imprisoned once my father passed.
From what I could gather from the prison notes about you, indeed, the charge you were put in jail against was that you advocated the release of the slaves.
To put it mildly, but then again, they probably could have put down just about anything on on those documents.
True.
It was not exactly a publicized trial that I underwent. After all, I learned that they told the people that I had been killed.
Yes, that's what the Elven Imperial Navy told us, that common people thinks you've been killed.
It's strange how they didn't kill you, if you don't mind me putting it bluntly.
Well, I
mean,
am
he
still
carries
of
the
her
Imperial
blood, and I think as awful as she is, there is no higher crime in our society than killing kin. Our gods would not look kindly on such a thing, especially if it were done in an underhanded means. In fact, it is extremely rare for people to even be put to death in our legal system. So about this time, you guys will probably sight the island that you left your the Dolphin shuttle at.
Is there a wreckage of our ship? And
Well, you see the island. You need to get closer to get a better view of that. Leva, you gonna begin the descent?
Yes,
Okay.
slowly. Are we in any way followed or anything happening?
None of you have noticed anything of that kind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you begin to descend down towards the island, and as you close in, you do soon spot your other ship, the Dolphin shuttle. Braxon, give me a carpentry check, please.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good.
Well, it was bad weather, wasn't it?
No,
yeah, they were in a hurricane.
Carpentry check means that
It's
It's a
damage.
paint job.
yeah.
If it's just the damage, it's not that bad.
Easy for you to say. Right, hang on. I got that on the sheet, haven't I?
I mean, something to keep you busy on the long trips.
Oh,
Okay.
I seem to roll twice.
I only see it once. I see an
Yeah,
8.
same.
Yeah, I had the same.
Once.
All of a sudden, the die rolled twice.
I don't know. I mean, as long as you're not seeing two numbers, I see an 8. So,
Yeah.
all right, Braxon. So you are you're like studying it as you're closing in. It's taking a beating.
Ouch.
It normally has 20 hull points maximum. It's down to 11.
Is that the flitter?
No, not the flitter. That's
No,
the
It's
shuttle.
still-
The hill.
There was one more hit point of damage and it takes a shock.
So yes,
That's not good.
it and you can tell that this is not like I mean, as you're closing in, you can tell
Yeah.
better that this is not weapon damage. This is storm damage. It got battered, but it
Oh.
is still seaworthy. It is still space-worthy. It just needs a lot of repair work and stuff like that. Rigging is poor, so it's going to take a maneuverability hit, but you probably don't want to be doing that anyway. So, like, getting into a combat situation anyway. So,
Yeah.
all right. as you're coming in close, you are hailed by some of the crew that you've left aboard, and put down on the deck, and you are greeted. Who did you leave? You left Sun Fayun, I believe,
I believe
think
so.
in command.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sunfayun
and
and
Nofaric.
and Nor. Okay. So Sun Fayun and Nor come out to greet you. They give you a quick rundown on the hurricane that that battered the ship. So they had originally put into a cove, which is where they are back now. But
Yeah.
as the hurricane came up, they realized that staying in there would likely have smashed the ship against the rocks. So they sailed out. They couldn't fly it. So they sailed out
Yeah.
into the into the open ocean and tried to ride it out there, using the helm to try to keep it upright against the crashing waves and everything like that. And it was a big struggle, and the ship suffered a lot of damage in that. But they did manage to make it through. No loss of any crew. So you just physical damage to the ship, basically.
Yeah. Braxon's going to say, well done for making sure you didn't lose the ship or the crew.
Yes, thank you. I was really worried about it, Nora would say. I've never been through anything quite like that. It was even worse than the cosmic storm.
Braxton would clap him on the shoulder and say, "You did a sterling job, the two of you."
Wait a moment. Cosmic storm?
That was the thing
worse
that.
than it.
Yeah, he was saying
remember
that
the
He
thing
wasn't
about-
piloting it though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
he was just on
remember
board, but he was on board the ship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to get out of here.
All right, so it is about time for us to
Oh.
take our break. So I
Yeah.
will let you guys think about what kind of preparations you want to make for actually escaping the Talarn world itself.
Well, I think we've got the cloaking helm on the flitter,
Mhm.
and would therefore, if we have time, which I think we do, it would be better to swap helms.
Okay, well, that is something that you guys can think about in the break, discuss. And we will be back in about 10 minutes. Good time to get something to eat or drink and stretch your legs, and we will be back very
good.
shortly. See you then, everyone.
See ya.
See you
See you
on the
then.
other side.
Yeah, on the other side.